Well, everybody, we didn't believe it was possible, but here we are in the middle of the Mara Triangle. There are thousands and thousands of wildebeest over here, and they're about to cross the river. We've been here just a day, and as everybody wants to see in this area, the great crossing of the wildebeest across the Mara River. We're standing right on the bank. There is the most monstrous crocodile I've ever seen in my life over there. His name is Tyrannosaurus. So please talk to us. I don't know how many of you are managing to watch. And look, Graham, just from the other side there, we've got some topi. They look like they want to come across the other way.
I'm struggling, everybody. I apologize. I'm not used to using a camera like this.
And Graham, of course, is on camera, everybody. So you'll have to be a little bit patient with him because he says he's just learning how to use the camera. So some topi. Hello, Sean Holder. Thank you for saying hello to us and greeting us. So, just to give you a bit of a background, everyone, we're now operating off a 3G signal out of the Mara Triangle. The migration of wildebeest, somewhere around 1.5 million wildebeest are sitting in this area right now. They're in herds of between sort of 100 to tens of thousands in single herds, and they are now, this sort of herd of probably, I'm going to guess wildly here, at about maybe 30,000 or so, is heading down towards the river, and they're massing now. If you look over there, they're massing down there, and they seem to be thinking about crossing. Their way is actually blocked by a whole lot of hippopotamus. But now, and I believe what tends to happen here is that basically an enormous agglomeration of these things will collect there, and then eventually one of them will be brave enough to go into the water and decide to cross. And of course you saw the size of Mr. Tyrannosaurus over there. He well, you probably can't see how tall he is. He's probably about 9 feet. He's probably about 9 feet long, believe it or not. We are just don't excuse the, I don't mean to this in a nasty way to Graham, but we are this is the first time we've ever shot out of a vehicle like this, and so it is a little bit difficult on camera. It's very easy for me. I just stand here and marvel at the incredible things that we're looking at. Hello, Helene. You say this is amazing. Well, I think this is absolutely quite phenomenally astonishing. I have never seen a place like this before. It's my first time into the Mara. It's beyond beautiful. Taylor, you say this is a dream come true. Graham, here comes a topi down the bank there.
It's really hard. There's like really no camera.
Graham is complaining bitterly about the camera. I'll just give him a clip about the ears just now, everybody, and then he should sort that out. Hello, Judy H. It's lovely to bring you here too. You say, so glad you can see this. Well, I'm so glad we could bring it to you. We're having an amazing time here, and like I was saying to you, I've never been here before. It's the most astounding place. Just endless horizons of grasslands. It's so filled with history. It's so filled with an astonishing array of animals. Everywhere you look, there's an animal. Yesterday we saw a lion in a tree. We saw a male and a female lying on the side of a herd of wildebeest that seemed to be paying them absolutely no notice at all. We've seen topi and jackal and Thompson's gazelles, and believe it or not, and lots and lots of zebras. In fact, behind us as we speak is a herd of zebra that seem to be thinking about crossing the river as well.
They would do it behind us, wouldn't they? Let me try and get in there.
Emily Wallington, thank you very much for your comment. You have a familiar name. You say, well done team for getting it up there, but Graham, there's a microphone fluffy sticking in the top of the right-hand side of the frame.
Thank you very much, Em. Yeah, we're aware of that.
Graham says, thank you very much, Emily. Our guides are now moving, everybody, which means there is going to be some bouncing about, and there may also be some severe injury to both Graham and I and Peter Brat. Hello, Tamara. You want to know how long we drove to get here? Well, luckily we didn't have to drive all the way from South Africa. We flew to Nairobi yesterday, or 2 days ago, and then we drove in here yesterday. It took us about 6 hours with some pretty good roads to start with, and then some pretty horrendous ones at the end. But once we hit the bad roads, we were into these herds of unbelievable animals, so it really didn't matter. It's a new place. We didn't mind being shaken about, like a sort of baby's rattle, really, I think is what we probably felt like. Here the zebra seems to be thinking about crossing now. We'll just ease up to the river here. Hello, Dee. You say, is the Mara affected by the drought? Mara,
Go
at
further
least
forward, further forward.
further forward if you can. Obviously not. Dee, there has been a drought here, but it hasn't been dire. So it is drier apparently than it is normally. We've just been speaking to the warden now. And he says that it is dry, but it's not dire. There's lots of grass. There's really a huge amount of grass here.
I think they're going to go.
And Graham is convinced now the zebra are going to brave the swirling waters of the Great Mara River. Hello, Valerie. You say, how awesome is this? Yes, I think that's going to be the general impression of what's going on here for some time to come. It truly is out of this world. And I guess, as Graham was saying, this is what people think of when they think of Africa. They think of these vast open plains of red oat grass filled with herds of wildebeest and zebra and topi and the odd impala and Thompson's gazelle, some Grant's gazelle if you're lucky, a couple of hartebeest if you're really lucky, and their attendant predators, jackals and lions and cheetah, and if you're really lucky too, a leopard or two, possibly not related to Karula. Hello, Sydney. You say the signal is so good. Well, it is good, and I'll tell you why it's good. I mean, while we wait for these things to come into the river.
I'm not going to look backwards.
No, we're not going to look backwards. I'm not. It's okay, Graham. Graham, the reason it's so good, Sydney, is that Peter Brat has basically attached 74 antenna to the top of the vehicle. They are then attached to about 65 computers in the middle of the car. And somehow that is all conspiring to bring you a high-definition signal. Here we go. Some of them seem to have gone in. Oh, this is going to be unbelievable. We don't know.
They haven't stuck out the bottom.
No, they haven't come out the bottom yet. We don't know, of course, what crocodiles are lurking under the water here. There could be lots. There could be none. Remember, some of those crocodiles can go for 2 years without eating, because they eat so very well when they can. As you can see, things are obviously very different here from the Sabi Sands. And it's a conservancy, but it is run very much like a national park. So, anyone can drive in. You pay your park fees. You come in, and you can view these unbelievable things. We've got them there. Ah, we have a zebra sticking its head out there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Tamara, you're wondering about which lion pride runs in this area. We think the marsh pride is possibly around this area. We're not sure exactly. We've only just come here, and we'll hopefully have a better idea tomorrow. We're going to spend some time with the warden, and he's going to help us out there. The marsh pride, of course, made famous by Big Cat Week. Not Big Cat Week, sorry, Big Cat Diaries. Oops, Big Cat Diaries. Yeah, the zebra drinking, they don't seem to be plunging into the waters though, do they? Do you think we could get Peter to go over there and just chop away some of that bush so we could have a clearer view? I'm joking, everyone, but you can see there on the other side of the river there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 vehicles. Aaron, you want to know how long we're going to be live for? Not really sure at this stage. We'll see what happens. We'll see how long our signal lasts. This is just very much an experiment, everybody. We're going to see what happens. Oh, and there's a whole heap of wildebeest coming this way now. Aaron, we're going to see what happens with this broadcast. We are going to drive quite big distances while we're here to see what we can work. Judy H., you want to know if there's a leader who decides to cross, and it's not so much a leader, Judy. As far as I understand it, it works pretty much like a democracy, where eventually a groundswell of support for a crossing precipitates one or two to leap into the water, and then the rest follow. But there's no actual leader. It's not like an elephant herd where there's a matriarch who tells them where to go and where to move. I think the zebra are probably just having a bit of a drink. They don't seem necessarily to be crossing. And I'm just looking behind us to see if there's a crossing going on behind us, but there isn't. There do seem to be a whole lot of wildebeest coming this way, so you can see there are quite a few different vehicles around the place, probably at least 20 in this area, but because it's so open. Callie, you want to know if those vehicles make the animals hesitant to cross? Callie, I'm not sure that they do. You know, much like the Sabi Sands, where the animals are tremendously accommodated or acclimatized to vehicles, they're very sort of habituated. I think it's very similar here. And so I don't think it would necessarily deter them from a visual point of view, but of course, I mean, there are 20 vehicles there, which means inevitably there's some of the path is blocked. Now, here we have that wildebeest herd we saw recently is now moving down towards the water. Yes, there's a vehicle in the way, but they are coming down now. I think it'll be worth trying to hang around here. We're just going to try and set up a tripod so that Graham can rest his weary muscles. This is amazing, everyone. This really just is the most exciting experience. Hello D, you want to know if we'll camp out or return to a base every day? No, we will return to a base this time round. We're not sure if maybe sometime in the near future whether we'll camp or not, but at the moment it makes sense to be in a base where we don't have to fight too much with
It's too high.
It's too high. You'll just have to bear with me, everybody. We're changing that tripod and moving things around. How's that, Graham?
I think it's... Yeah, that's...
No, hang on. Pete, you close my fingers in there.
I don't actually know how to get it in. Sorry.
Okay, I'll do that. Hang on. That's going to have to move. Not sure how...
Okay.
Hello, Renee Brat Lucas. You say, Peter Brat, you must be so chuffed to see this. I think Peter Brat is quite chuffed to see this, Renee Brat Lucas. And I think we're very glad to have you watching.
How's it?
Peter says, how's it? There you go.
Can you hold it there for a
I
second?
can hold it. Valerie, you say Graham's doing such a great job.
No, I'm not.
Kirsten has just reiterated what Graham said about himself.
Doing an appalling job. All I'm hoping is that Genre is not watching.
Yes, we're hoping Genre is not watching. He'll be shocked and horrified. He'll have to take a Valium. Why don't we turn it and then just open the legs here? Sorry, everybody. Do you have... Let's pull this back, if we can. Okay. I'm now deep in the bowels of the vehicle, everybody. That's why I sound like that. Right, oh gosh. Oh, Graham. There we are. How's that?
It's not bad.
Hello,
Not
Michael.
level, but it's not bad.
Hello, Michael Grover. Well, we can level it. How do you want to level it? We'll just level it here. With the head. You got it. There we are, everybody. Steady as she goes. Now. Hello, Deborah. Thank you for your very kind comment. You say amazing exclamation point times 5. Well, it is absolutely astounding. And you know, everywhere you look here, there are animals. There's not a time where you can look across the clearings and see nothing. I got up this morning at about 0600 and wandered out of the place where we're staying, which is right up on the eastern escarpment.
Sorry.
And I watched the sun come up over this landscape, and way below me, about 200 meters below me, there were about, I don't know, maybe 50,000 wildebeest moving in a stripe. So small they looked like ants going out to work, and they just wandered across the clearings. And well, I got to tell you, if ever you have the chance to come to this ancient landscape, you will be filled with a sense of awe, the likes of which you've never experienced before. Hello, Heather. You say this is an incredible view and this land is beautiful. Well, absolutely, it's beautiful. Now, what happens, I think, with these wildebeest crossings is that they will come down to the river and then they'll often turn on and go away again. And I think that's kind of what's going on here. If we pan around, Graham, to the now retreating herd, unfortunately they've decided to go elsewhere. But this river stretches the entire length. I mean, it winds and winds. So, I mean, I don't know how long it is or how much river frontage there is, but there are hundreds of different places that they can cross. There are certainly more popular ones, and this is one of them. But I think you'll find that throughout the day, people will move across and move down the river and trying to find the herds that cross and try and avoid those amazingly large crocodiles lurking in the depths. Peter, you want to know if there are wild dogs here? I think they do occur here, but I've certainly not seen one yet. I mean, they're on the species list is what I'm saying, so, but I'm not sure how good the viewing is. I'm just going to decide now what to do. I think we'll probably sit here a little bit longer and just marvel. But there is so much to marvel at in this place, everyone. Alright, I think what we're going to do, everyone, is probably wrap up this little section of the Facebook Live, and then we'll move, and because what we have to do is keep testing where we have signal. This is the first place we've tried, it's worked beautifully. We need to continue moving down the river, so keep an eye on your Facebook feed, and we'll pop up again, hopefully, sometime in the near future, with maybe some crossings, maybe some different animals, or maybe a different vista to show you. Thank you for joining us for this one.